Hi guys, my name's Tatiana Medintseva and you are on my crochet channel. If you haven't subscribed to my channel and Etsy shop yet, be sure to do so. Here you'll find many interesting and simple tutorials on crocheting toys. In this video we'll finish crocheting a cowl. I hope you'll make it just as beautifully and neatly and enjoy this tutorial. Please like and be sure to leave some kind words in the comments. I would be delighted. Now I'll show you how to crochet horns. For this cowl I'll be making gray horns. So take gray yarn. Make a loop and 2 chain stitches, and in the first chain stitch make 6 single crochets. This is the first single crochet, the second single crochet, 3, 4, 5, 6. In the second row we simply make 6 single crochets. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Don't turn the crochet to the front side yet. In the third row we make 1 single crochet and 1 increase. Repeat the combination 3 times. At the end of the row there will be 9 single crochets. After this, turn to the front side. Crochet 1 single crochet and 1 increase. This is 2, 3. 1 single crochet, this is 4, and 1 increase, this is 5, 6. 1 single crochet is 7, and 1 increase is 8, 9. At this stage, turn to the front side. It will be easier now. This is how we turn to the front side. In the 4th, 5th and 6th row, we make 9 single crochets in each row. These 3 rows are done. Make a slip stitch in the next stitch and cut the thread. Pull out and tighten the thread. Hide the end of the thread inside. We add a little stuffing to the horn. I use hollow fiber as a filler. The second horn for the cowl is crocheted in the same way. And we will have 2 such beautiful horns. In the next step, I will now show you how to crochet ears. For the ears, we use white yarn. Again, make a loop and 2 chain stitches, and in the first chain stitch we make 6 single crochets. These are the 5th and 6th single crochets. In the second row we make 1 single crochet and 1 increase, and do this 3 times to the end of the row. At the end of the row there will be 9 single crochets. 1 single crochet and 1 increase is 2, 3. One single crochet is 4, and 1 increase is 5, 6. One single crochet is 7, and 1 increase is 8, 9. In the third row we make 2 single crochets and 1 increase, and do this to the end of the row. At the end of the row there will be 12 single crochets. 2 single crochets and 1 increase is 3, 4. 5, 6, and 1 increase is 7, 8. 9, 10, and 1 increase is 11, 12. Turn to the front side. In the 4th row, we make 3 single crochets and 1 increase, and do this until the end of the row. At the end of the row there will be 15 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 1 increase is 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1 increase is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 1 increase is 14, 15. In the 5th row, we make 15 single crochets. We simply make 1 single crochet in each stitch. Fifteen single crochets are made. In the 6th row, we make 3 single crochets and 1 decrease, and so on until the end of the row. That is, we make 1 decrease after every 3 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, and 1 decrease is the first time. 1, 2, 3, and 1 decrease is the second time. 1, 2, 3, and 1 decrease is the third time. In the 7th row, we make 2 single crochets and 1 decrease, and so on to the end of the row. Repeat the combination 3 times. 1, 2, and 1 decrease is the first time. 1, 2, and 1 decrease is the second time. 1, 2, and 1 decrease is the third time. The 8th row is the last row. In the 8th row, we make 9 single crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We make a slip stitch in the next stitch and cut the thread. Hide the end of the thread inside. We don't add stuffing to the ear. We just need to fold the ear in half. That's how it is. The second tier for the core is crocheted in exactly the same way. And now we'll sew the ears to the head. We'll sew both the ears and the horns. We'll start sewing the horns to the head, then the ears. The horns are sewn on 4 rows higher than the top of the eyes. Here is our eye, and I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. Here, 4 rows from the eye, we need to sew on the first horn. It's the same on the other side. Skip 4 rows and sew on the second horn. This is how the horns are sewn on. Sew them on yourself. Use a regular needle and thread to sew them on. Sew them on all sides completely in a circle, exactly in the same position as the horn is now attached. Alternately insert the needle into the head, then into the horn, and sew them on in a circle. I won't show the sewing process on camera, as I might sew it unevenly. So everyone sews it on your own. I'm sure you can handle it. The main thing is to follow the instructions. That is, skip 4 rows from the eye and sew on the horn. This is what the sewn-on horns look like on the finished core. It will be incredibly beautiful. This is how I managed to sew the horn on our core. Now I'll show you where to sew the ears. The ears are sewn tightly to the horns from the underside. Please note, the ears are sewn tightly to the horns. The ears are sewn on exactly the same way as the horns, that is, with a regular needle and thread in a circle. We also sew the ears on ourselves. After that, we'll tighten the muzzle. This is how I managed to sew the ears on our cowl. I'm showing from all sides. Now we'll tighten the muzzle. For tightening, I'm using thick black thread, which I'll also use for the eyebrows later. Insert the needle into the muzzle from the side at the bottom. Pull the needle out where the nostril should be, somewhere around here. I'm showing it on the finished cowl. You can see that the nostrils are made directly under the eyes. As a guide, there are 3 rows skipped between the eye and the nostril. So I pull the needle through the spot I've chosen for the nostril. Pull the thread. I looked and it seems I need to move a little closer to the center of the muzzle. Insert the needle after 2 stitches again into the muzzle. I want to tighten this stitch. Pull the needle and thread to the other side of the muzzle, where the second nostril should be. Pull the thread completely. Insert the needle after 2 stitches again to create a nice tightening and form the nostril. And now the needle needs to be pulled through the middle, here, where the beginning of the muzzle was. Pull the needle under the first row so as to tighten 3 loops. This will be the mouth. So, pull the needle slightly away from the center of the muzzle. Tighten the thread and you can see how the nostril has been shaped by the tightening. Here I insert the needle through 3 stitches and then pull the needle through the first nostril again to tighten it through 2 stitches instead of 1. Tighten the thread to make a tightening around the mouth. In the first nostril, I insert the needle through 2 stitches to make the nostril more beautiful. Pull the needle and thread back toward the mouth. Repeat the process until you like the result. Tighten the thread and you can see how a beautiful nostril has formed. Now I want to tighten the other nostril again. And then I want to make another tightening on the bridge of the nose, at the junction between the muzzle and the head. This is me tightening the second nostril. Tighten the thread. Move one more time toward the mouth. Tighten the thread again. That's enough here. Now pull the needle and thread through the beginning of the muzzle in the middle at the junction of colors. Pull the thread out, tighten the thread again, insert the needle through 1 stitch back into the muzzle. I want to flatten the muzzle a little. And pull the needle back through the desired stitch where we tightened the mouth. Tighten the thread. You can see that the muzzle is flattening. Repeat the operation one more time. Pull the needle through the junction between the muzzle and the head again. Here I want to pull the thread through 1 stitch several times to create a beautiful and secure tightening. Pull the needle out in the mouth area. We always tighten the thread. You can see that the tightening makes the cowl look more realistic and real. Later, where the mouth is tightened, we'll sew on another detail, the mouth. I want to tighten it one more time to flatten the muzzle. So we'll move back and forth until you like the result. Now I want to flatten the muzzle a little more under the second eye. After that, I'll go over the nostrils one more time and that's it. I'm sure that will be enough and I'll be happy with everything. I'll pat the needle and thread through the right nostril one more time. I want to show you the finished cow's muzzle and compare it to our cow, so you can see it from above. The cow doesn't want to sit up straight, she falls over. The cow doesn't want to sit, so let her lie down. At this point, I'm already talking to myself. I'll move to the left nostril. We'll move along the nostrils until you like the result. Tighten the thread. Now let's make the eyebrows above the eyes. You don't have to do the eyebrows, of course, but I want to do eyebrows on this cow too. To make the eyebrows, I first pull the needle and thread through to the side of the head. This is like an intermediate step. Now you can pull the needle and thread through to the right place, to the bottom point of the eyebrow. This is how the thread should be pulled. I like it this way. Now we place the thread on the outside, forming the eyebrow. Through 5 stitches, insert the needle back into the head and pull it through to the second eyebrow. I have 6 stitches between the eyebrows at the top. When we do the eyebrows, you don't need to tighten the thread, but the thread shouldn't tangle. Through 5 stitches, insert the needle back into the head and look at the result. I like everything, so I won't redo it. The eyebrows are done. Now I want to get back to the nostril tightening. Repeat the steps described above for each nostril, and then we can finish. I'm talking to myself again. I love it. It's beautiful. We'll sew another piece onto the mouth tightening area later and completely shape the mouth. Now I'll show you how to crochet a mouth. So, the muzzle tightening is completely done. To secure the thread, pull the thread back and forth inside the muzzle several times so that it tangles and holds securely. After that, you can simply cut the thread and that's it. Now let's make the mouth. Make a loop and 3 chain stitches. In the second chain stitch from the hook, make 1 single crochet. In the same stitch, make the second single crochet. That is, we've made 1 increase. In the next stitch, we also make 1 increase. Now we make 1 chain stitch and turn. In this direction, make 4 single crochets. 1. This is the second single crochet, the third single crochet, and the fourth single crochet. Done. Make a slip stitch in the next stitch and cut the thread. Pull out the thread. Pull the working end of the thread to the opposite side to the other end of the thread. The ends of the threads should be close together. Now you can tie these ends of the threads into a knot. Straighten the edges of the piece. This is the mouth I managed to make for our cow. Here I am turning it inside out. By the way, these ends of the threads can be cut and then sewn on securely with a regular needle and thread. To prevent the threads from sticking out or coming out, simply sew these ends on. Sew with a regular needle and thread. Simply sew these threads on so that they do not stick out or fray. I think this will be enough. This is the lower part of the mouth for our cow ready. Now let's sew this mouth to the muzzle. Sew it in this position. I'll show you on the finished cow. Sew it all the way along the entire length. I don't know the correct way to say it. Sew it right into the dimple we made. I start sewing from the middle of the mouth. Insert the needle from the side of the head and pull it out right in the middle of the dimple. Next, I'll show you how to sew on the muzzle. There is not much to comment on here. The main thing is to mark the correct spot for sewing the mouth, and everything will be simple for there. Showing the sewing process on camera is no easy task. I sew the mouth on all sides. Later, I can adjust and fix anything I don't like. Here, I need to sew the edge of the mouth. You can see that I'm sewing the mouth both from the bottom and from the sides. The main thing is not to be afraid to do it. And in the end, it will turn out incredibly beautiful. I always say that even if it doesn't turn out perfectly the first time, with practice it will get better and better. So just go ahead and do it. Try. As the saying goes, the eyes are afraid, but the hands are doing it. This is exactly the situation. You look at it, it seems difficult, but then you start doing it and everything works out. There are still plenty of opportunities to fix anything you don't like. Tighten it up here, loosen it there. Here, I looked at my cow and realized that I need to sew more on the left side. In the end, I can finish sewing and fixing some areas, and it will be a beauty made with my own hands. The mouth is completely sewn on. It turned out truly beautiful. I already like everything about it. I hope you succeeded too. I'm showing you my cow with the mouth sewn on from all sides. From the side, from the front. This is the cow we've got. Now we'll make the skirt, tail and hair on the head. And it seems that that's it, and our cow will be completely finished. I'm showing you this beauty again. I can't stop admiring it. Now let me show you how to crochet the skirt. Turn the toy over to attach the yarn at the back. Let me remind you, in the 9th row we crocheted through back loop. The front loops of the stitches remained intact. This set made of the front loops is clearly visible. These loops can be picked up with a hook. Start anywhere, insert the hook through front loop of the stitch and grab the pink yarn. Pull it through and make a loop like this. The skirt can be crocheted in different ways. You can use single crochets or half double crochets. I recommend trying both methods and deciding which you like best. Now I'll try using half double crochets. We'll make 2 half double crochets in each stitch, which creates an increase of 2 half double crochets. Yarn over, insert the hook into the stitch, grab the working yarn and pull it through. Pull the non-working end of the yarn. Yarn over again, insert the hook into the same stitch and crochet these loops at a time. This is the second half double crochet. Move on to the next stitch. Yarn over, crochet the first half double crochet and crochet the second half double crochet into the same stitch. Continue. Note: don't skip any stitches. Crochet 2 half double crochets into each stitch through front loop. In places where we made increases, it may be harder to see the stitches, so be careful. If you don't skip any stitches, the skirt will definitely work. In this way, we crochet the entire circle of our goal skirt. I'll be honest, I never count the number of stitches, but I did count them for you, because I also designed the patterns and counting them is mandatory. In total, this 9th row has 42 stitches. Insert the hook from the bottom and crochet 2 half double crochets into each stitch. This is what one completed row of 2 half double crochets looks like in the skirt. In the next second row, we simply crochet 1 half double crochet into each stitch. We crochet the second row ourselves. I'll do the same and show you the result. The second row of the skirt is done. I decided to make one more the third row exactly the same way. 1 half double crochet in each stitch. After this, the skirt will be completely finished. The skirt is completely finished. 3 rows have been made. Thanks to the half double crochets, the skirt has turned out beautiful and full. Now we'll make the hair on the head. We'll prepare a large number of pieces of yarn. I'm using Alize Softy Plus yarn. The thread is 4 inches long. We simply need to attach these yarns between the horns to make hair on the cow's head. Insert the hook into the stitch, grab the yarn in the middle, pull it out a little and make a loop. It's at this point on the crown that we need to attach the threads. Align the ends of the thread so that they are the same length. Now we need to pull the 2 free ends of the thread through the loop. Pull them through and tighten. This is how we will attach all the threads and give the cow a cool fringe. We attach the threads until you like the result. We insert the threads into each stitch. Something went wrong, I need to make a loop. We fold in half, align the ends so that they are the same length. Pull them through the loop, tighten, and another thread is attached. We make hair along this entire section using this principle, several rows. As you can see, I changed my mind and also made the hair of our cow out of white yarn. At first, I did it in grey, but I didn't like the way it looked at all. So I removed the grey thread and made the hair out of white yarn. I like the cow better with the white hair. The cows turn out really cool and funny. By the way, I made 3 rows of hair. Beautiful! I love these cows so much. They are so cool. All that's left is to make the tail. I simply pulled 3 threads of yarn through the finished cow and braided them. I can't remember exactly what yarn I used. I think it was Yarnut jeans, but I'm not sure. I want to make the tail of this cow out of Alize Soft Plus yarn. I think it will look better this way because it is fluffier. Cut 6 strands of yarn approximately 30 or 35 centimeters, 13 inches long. Using the same principle as we did for the hair, insert these 6 strands of yarn under the middle of the skirt. Insert the hook here, in the middle, under the skirt. I thread the thread through this loop. But it is important that the thread is inserted in the middle. I didn't insert it in the middle. Basically, I need to insert the hook through 2 stitches because I don't have a specific stitch in the middle. I decided to take another close look and choose a suitable stitch. I finally found the right stitch, located right in the middle. You need to pull all 6 prepared pieces of thread through this one stitch. After inserting the new thread, align its edges so they are the same length. Pull another thread through the same stitch. Basically, all the threads need to be pulled through this stitch. Check that all the threads are the same length. Another thread is inserted. The edges are aligned. All 6 threads are inserted into one stitch. Now you need to pull all the threads so they are the same length on all sides. Pull all the threads through the loop you made and tighten. By the way, you can make such a cool tail for a horse. Such a tail would look chic on a horse. Now we divide the existing threads into 3 parts and we'll braid the braid. I counted in total, we have 12 threads. Divide the threads into 3 parts of 4 threads. 3 and 4. Here are 4 threads, and here are 4 threads, and now we simply braid a tail. We create the cow's tail this way. I like to make the tail out of this yarn, because the yarn is fluffy and in the end it won't even be noticeable that we braided it. You don't have to crochet the tail and then sew it on. You can quickly make it this way by making a tail out of fluffy yarn. I finished braiding the tail. We took the right length. After the tail is braided, We just need to tie a knot at the end. I started with the knot at the top. We don't tighten the knot, but carefully lower it to the end of the tail. Tighten the knot at the end of the tail. There are a lot of threads left at the end of the tail. I just realized that what I'm doing isn't captured in the frame. We trim the ends of the threads with scissors to align them. This is how our cow's tail turned out. I really like it. Congratulations! The cow is finally ready. They are so beautiful. They look just like real cows. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. Please give it a like, I really appreciate it. If you haven't already, subscribe to my channel. Many more interesting and easy crochet amigurumi tutorials await you. Visit my Etsy shop, Made in Sava Toys. You'll find links to the crochet pattern for this cow, as well as many other toys, in the description below the video. Thank you for crocheting with me. I wish you all the best. See you soon.